And we're going to predict, the playoffs a little bit. He ain't going to predict all the way because he's scared over there, but he'll pick, he'll do the teams and everything. Um, Probably go to this format because so he don't have to drive every time. It'd be nice just to do it like this. Um, so I guess we'll do the predict this week's predictions first, and then we'll talk about the playoff teams and all that good stuff. I figured it'd be about time to at least say what our playoff teams are because it's week 11, more than halfway through the season. I mean, you're still gonna have a lot of, you don't know who, some teams might not make it. So, week 11, we got we got Thursday night football game tonight. Uh, I'm the only one that's gonna be rocking with the Titans here because I think they'll win on the road. Uh, the Titans have been playing at least just better overall. I mean, they're just one of those teams that's stuck in the middle, and they have when Green Bay was better the last what was 2 years ago. They went into Lambeau, freezing cold, and won. So I think they can do that tonight too, especially against this Green Bay team that is not as good as that team that they beat 2 years ago or whenever it was.
I think it was the last time we played them. We beat them though.
Maybe, but when they came to Lambeau, they actually defeated y'all when y'all had a way better team than right now, at least. That so I got the Titans. I think Derrick Henry should have a decent day. Tannehill's back, but I don't really care about Tannehill. But I think Titans win here and just by a little bit. I think it'll be a close game, but I got Titans.
Of course, I got Green Bay. The Titans, they've looked good at times, and at times they've looked pretty rough, or not pretty rough, just in spots they shouldn't have been in. And with Green Bay having the injuries, I think Derrick Henry will probably have a great day. We'll see how our coordinator and Matt tries to scheme against Derrick Henry to kind of force Tannehill to throw the ball. I don't know because Derrick Henry's done it before. Just ran a team to a win, and that usually again for a running back, you're like, if he's going to beat us, it's something like that has to happen. But he's done it before, so you just don't want him to get going. But I want to say I don't think they can beat us by just running the ball. Tannehill's going to have to make some really really great throws to win this game, and our secondary's kind of clicking over the last few weeks with defense, and so I think Green Bay will win. We're back at home. We got a little bit of confidence, after that win. I man, all I heard was the pack back, the pack back. That's what I was hearing. But so I got Green Bay.
Hey, I don't know who was saying that. I guess the fans, but I don't.
That's what I was hearing. That's what I heard.
I don't know if they back like that, but I mean, it could be one of those things that a win like that for Green Bay last week could boost them to getting into the playoffs and everything. So, but I will say Green Bay, even though I think they're maybe a game or two back, I don't know. I hate how that loss situation is
Yeah.
because they're the 49ers like 5-4 and y'all 6-4. So like they got one more win than y'all, but I think they've had their bye week already. So
Yeah.
I guess
Yeah.
game I call it a game because eventually y'all gonna have to have a bye week or something. So um, but Green Bay back one game I believe one
Yep.
game,
They're 5. We're 4-6.
which is really probably better than expected of how the season's played out for them so far. But um, they could easily get into the playoffs, I believe. But the next game, Temple got Green Bay. So the next game, we got the Bears, Chicago at Atlanta. This game back and forth for me. I just because Justin Fields has looked really, really good the last 3-ish weeks,
Hmm.
but Atlanta's at home, and um, every time Atlanta has at least a decent team or a team that is could potentially make the playoffs, which this team still can, but I don't. I'm a spoiler. I don't think they will, but they they still could make the playoffs, and I think a win like this would boost them to just have that potential of making the playoffs. But uh, I got Atlanta in a close one, but I wouldn't be surprised if Chicago won this one.
Yeah. This was a game that I just didn't know because with Chicago losing last week, I mean, honestly, I don't know. You kind of want. I mean, I don't know if they want to win now just because of where they're at, and now you're kind of seeing, okay, Justin Fields can do this with like limited weapons. Maybe if we are able to get a draft pick and get him another player or something like that, you know.
Shoot,
Uh,
that if they do tank, they got to get one of those wide receivers from Ohio State. They got like two or three of them that is going to be really good. So I mean, they could potentially just do that. Honestly, I
that's
would
what I was.
I wouldn't blame Chicago because first of all, they're not making the playoffs anyways right now. I mean, they're not making it. So might as well. I would never tell a team to tank, but it would make sense for Chicago to at least do that.
Yeah, so I'm gonna take Atlanta just for that fact
So
because they're
Temple at
line.
Chicago. I don't. This man Temple crazy. He's done good the last month, and he's just gained a lead on both of us. But him picking Chicago, maybe he knows something we don't. I don't know. But the next game, we all got the Bills over the Browns. We talk about it each week. You got the running backs for the Browns, and that's really about it. But Deshaun Watson has returned to practice this week. That's about the only news. And I think they play the Saints next week, and I think that's when he's able to actually come back. And
I,
boy, yeah, I think they play the Saints next week because I think when we look,
no, no, no. His first game back is against the Texans.
oh, is it?
Yep, against his old team.
Is
They
that
probably
week?
that way. What?
Is that next week?
I'm not sure.
I don't know. I thought when we Temple looked at the schedule and saw the suspension, it was supposed to be the week he was coming back was against them. I don't know. I could be wrong.
Well, that could have been first, but I think after they appealed it, then they give him more games.
Yeah, I think so. But nonetheless, he's back in practice this week, so that normally means he's back next week. I think.
Maybe. See, I thought it was against Texans. I could be wrong.
But I don't know. I don't know if they play who they play next week. Honestly, on top of my head, but normally if you're returning to practice, that means you got like 2 weeks of practice, and you're playing. That next week.
Hmm.
Uh, so I guess I think he'll be back next week. I could be wrong, but Bills, Bills are winning this one. They're going to get back on the winning chain, I believe. We got Philly at the Colts. Now, look, Philly lost their first game finally, which it's a good thing because I had $10 on my FanDuel account, and I was really about to put it on Philly and then do something else, and just for them to win. I'm glad I didn't because I would have been heated. That's one of the reasons I didn't because Washington. I mean, look, they could sneak in there. Don't get me wrong, but I don't know. They're Washington's a tricky team, and I think Wentz is supposed to be back this week, but he's not going to be starting.
Yeah, they're starting Heineke. But I
So
told you before the game, I was like, since everybody picked Philly, I'll pick them, but I really do not think they'll beat the Commanders. And I said they're going to end up losing one, eventually. And I just didn't want to be on the wrong side of it.
Yeah. But we got Philly at the Colts this week. I think Philly will bounce back, but man, I'm just going to be honest. I I don't know if Matt Ryan's playing, but the Colts. It would look like the Colts would not win this game, but I wouldn't be surprised if these idiots somehow played their best game this year and won. But I think I think Philly will win.
Yeah, I got Philly too. I just think they'll just bounce back and beat the Colts, a team that they'll probably need to end up winning in the NFC in case things get close. You're going to have to start winning these games now that are like that. They've done it all season. You just can't afford to slip up now where teams are really starting to click and they're going to try to do their best to position themselves for a playoff run and to get into the playoffs. So these wins are going to start counting. You cannot let your guard down on teams like this that you should beat, and it's an away game, and
Hmm.
you just can't slip up for this one.
And I don't want to sound like this, but I think Philly really needs this number one seed too to be at home, just overall because they haven't had a lot of experience in the playoffs. I mean, last year was their first year with at least Jalen, and
Yeah,
now AJ Brown. Even though he's been with the Titans, but haven't had playoff really big playoff success. So he's not. He's probably their. I don't know. They probably got other players, but he's probably their most playoff experienced player overall. Just seeing the playoffs at least. I don't know. I think Philly needs home field. Honestly, what was you gonna say?
oh, I said they need the bye week.
Yeah, but man, we've seen so many people with the first seed, just throughout, heck, probably the last 15 years or something, with that bye week screws them up. I don't know if that'll do that to Philly, but I don't know. But I mean, if I'm them, I'm going for that bye week definitely. Um, got the New York Jets at New England this week. I don't think they'll make the playoffs, but I got the Patriots this week over the Jets.
Uh,
I
I
got New.
got the two.
You got New England.
Mm-hmm.
Oh. Well, Temple got the Jets.
All right, that's fine. I can catch up if you know things
Hey,
shake.
we can both catch up, or we're just going to be going downhill. So,
Mm.
but I not much to say about this game. I mean, it's a additional in their division rivalry game. But I don't know, man. The Jets defense has looked good, but man, eventually that defense going to wear out. Eventually, that's my only thing. Like, I think the Jets in the future will be like pretty decent to good because they just keep on drafting like good players and it fits them. But I think Patriots will win in a close one here. Okay, so this next game, it's one of those just epic games. You just pick whichever team because they both suck right now. Honestly, the Rams and the Saints. Um, I went with I went with the Saints here. That's on. I don't. I have no reason. Just
Are
went.
the Saints home?
Yes,
Is
Cooper
Stafford playing this week?
Cooper Cup out too.
Is Stafford playing this week?
I don't think it'll matter if he plays.
I don't have like hardly any faith. So just
I have no faith in teams. It's just
like
one of those pickums.
because I had at least I got the Steelers pick right last week, but
Like on the betting sites, this betting should be even because they both suck. No team should be favored in this one.
The Saints are favored. Does it cover?
Uh, they probably are because they're at home, but that's what I'm saying. No team should be favored in this one.
I'll take the Rams.
Mm, okay. Yeah. Well, we'll see how that works. I don't know. Of course, he
Uh,
picked the next game we bought. Well, I don't know. You got Detroit and the Giants. Me and Temple got the Giants. I got the Giants in a close one because Detroit gonna play them hard, but they Giants are at home, and I just don't think they're going to.
I'll go with the Giants, I guess.
Oh, yeah, that didn't sound confident.
I mean, I just feel like they're going to end up losing, but mm.
Mm.
So I'll take them, I guess.
All right.
Man, that I'm still thinking about that Rams game, man.
Oh, we got another game coming up that's going to be exactly the same. Both teams just suck, so you just got to pick one. Okay, so we got Carolina at Baltimore. I got the Ravens. Not much to say here, but I got Ravens.
Yeah, Baltimore too. Yep.
All right, Temple got Baltimore as well. Next game, Washington at Houston. Look, Commanders off a big win. I could see Houston beating them, but I got the Commanders.
It's at Houston, right?
Mm-hmm.
I'll take you.
You take Houston? Mm. You'll be the only one rocking with Houston.
All right, and
I
on the, I'll take the Saints. I want to go with the Saints this time. Since I'll take a risk with this one, I'll just hopefully the Saints will end up winning.
Okay, so you got Saints. Let me mark that out. All right, and so this next game is the game I was talking about. That's just flip the coin and just pick heads and tails, and whichever. The Raiders at the Broncos, and as one quarterback says, "Let's ride." I'm going with Denver. Temple is going with the Raiders.
Hey, after last week, I'm not picking them for the rest of the season. I'm going with Denver. They make Colts look good. I was like, man, what? Nah. Mm-mm.
Yeah, man. Yeah, that one of my before the season things was I could see the Raiders going far in the playoffs. These bums ain't even going to get close to the playoffs now. Dallas at Minnesota. This is going to be a good game, I believe. Um, uh,
It's tough because last week Buffalo, if they didn't blow that game, this could have been a kind of the a downhill for the Vikings. They would still make the playoffs, but it kind of go downhill so the Packers could catch up. But since they won, it's like, but because I knew we were gonna beat the Cowboys, so I was like, okay, we'll knock them down one. But the Vikings didn't fall, so I'm like, in this one, it's like, do I want the Cowboys to win?
at this point, you want Minnesota to beat Dallas for Green Bay. That's what you want, honestly.
I
But
don't. I mean, we still got to play. We still got to play Minnesota at the end of the season. So
I got Minnesota in this one. I think it'll be a close one, but I got Minnesota. They at home too.
I'll take Dallas.
And Temple is rocking with the Vikings as well. Cincinnati at Pittsburgh, and for Cincinnati's hope, if they lose this game, I might mock them off of my playoff team because this is the game that you definitely have to win if you're going to make the playoffs, especially being at 5-4 right now. But I got Cincinnati. I think they'll pull through against Pittsburgh, even though it's going to be a tough road game. Playing in Pittsburgh always tough, so I go Cincinnati.
I'm gonna take Pittsburgh.
Damn, boy, you going home or you winning this week a lot. As Temple has the Bengals as well. Sunday night football game. We got the Chiefs at the Chargers, and I'm probably going to be riding solo on this one. I'm going Chargers at home. And you understand why I say Chargers for this game.
Because Justin Herbert.
Yes, and then for something later on, too.
What's later on?
Oh, my. Hold on. Did this say that he was playing or not? Oh, Allen, limited. He actually practiced today. He might be back. I don't know. But even if he's not back, I got Chargers.
Man, I got Kansas City. Kansas City.
Okay, Temple got Kansas City as well. Monday night football game, we got the 49ers at Arizona. As bad as I wanted to pick Arizona to win this, I just don't think they will. I got 49ers on the road.
I got Arizona at home. I had hey, I got faith in them at home this game.
Hey, boy, you going to catch up to Temple or you going to go far behind because he went with the 49ers as well.
Oh, that is.
Yeah, that's
I remember like they still got McCaffrey and all those weapons, so it's like
that's why they got a lot of weapons, and if they figure it out at least to try to make another playoff run,
I'll go. Dang. Yeah, I'll go with the. I'll go with the 49ers.
you on 49ers.
Yeah.
All right. So now, what I was saying about later on is now we're going to talk about our playoff team. So I'm going to run down Temple's real quick. This ain't seeding wise. I mean, it might be for him how he put it, but Philly, Minnesota, Seattle, Tampa, the Giants, Cowboys, and Packers. On the AFC, he got Kansas City, Miami, Titans, not Rams, Jesus, Ravens, Jets, Bills, and Bengals. So I'm gonna name my AFC off first. I'm gonna go Kansas City. I think they'll be the number 1 seed. I go with the Dolphins being the 2 seed. I think they'll win the division. Titans as the 3, Ravens as the 4, Bills as the 5, and this is where I'm leaving off the Jets. I don't think the Jets will make it. I got Chargers and Bengals. That's going
Mm.
And I hate to leave off the Jets because being young and how they played just overall in their 6-3, that's very good, impressive. But and and the Patriots, but let's not talk about that. I said at the beginning of the season they weren't making the playoffs.
Man. Well, okay. AFC. Kansas City, Miami, and this ain't in order. Just what I think will make it. Kansas City, Miami, uh, Bills, Baltimore, Tennessee. Uh,
You need help with your other two.
uh, mm, Bengals and the
Well, you going to change it on the spot? That's
Chargers.
Oh, you changed it.
Man, you tripping.
Yeah, you changed. You had the Jets.
Man,
Well,
you
I must have talked you into that Chargers one. Had
oh,
to.
never mind. I want the take the Jets and not the Chargers.
Stuff. Okay, Jets. Even though you know deep down it's going to be the Chargers. Um. All right. So the NFC. I'm going Philly, obviously Minnesota. I think Philly's. I actually go Vikings. That's a number one. I think they'll be number one over Philly. Then Tampa is a three because I think they'll go past Seattle eventually because Seattle's going to have probably some tough division games coming up, so they'll lose a couple. Tampa's schedule probably looks a lot better than theirs. I'm not going to lie, probably. Seattle at four. Go Giants at five. Cowboys at six. And my final team, the 49ers. So Green Bay making it for me. Even though I would not, I'm not counting them out, but that what I've seen so far, that I'm thinking the 49ers stay in that seventh spot.
Okay, NFC. Uh, Giants, Vikings, uh, Tampa, uh, Seattle, Green Bay, 49ers. And who was my last team?
Wait a minute! Whoa, whoa, whoa!
What? What happened? What happened?
You haven't said Philly, have you?
Oh, that's why I was forgetting Philly.
All right. So wait a minute. So Philly,
Yep.
Tampa, Seattle. You said Green Bay.
Yep.
Have the 49ers in there.
I did? Yeah, I said 49ers.
You said Giants over the 49ers.
Oh,
Or yeah.
yeah, yeah. Oh, Giants over 49ers. Only reason why I want them to make it is just so we could somehow they could play Green Bay. That's the only reason.
Yeah, I don't know how that's going to work with seeding wise, but
Hey man, I don't care. I just need it to happen.
'cause I'm gonna be honest with the if it's the seeding that is today, we'd face the Giants. Temple would face the Giants in the first round, and we all know what's happened the last two matchups.
I think
That
I
would
think Giants would probably give it to them, and then that's when after that is when we could kind of play them. That's what I'm thinking.
well, brother, Green Bay ain't gonna make it. That's all I'm gonna say.
Man,
But
you know what? I love it when you're wrong though, so it's all right.
you know, I might be wrong. But so you got Philly, Minnesota, you got Tampa, Seattle, Dallas, Giants, and Packers.
Yep.
49ers are being left out.
Yep.
Mm.
All those weapons for nothing.
For someone that needs the 49ers to lose, you did pick them this week. So
That's just because they have too many weapons for Arizona's defense. That's all.
if they got too many weapons, just imagine if they get that clicking. That's all I'm saying. That's why I think they're going to make it.
That's just for Arizona. That's just against Arizona. Come on, man.
Come on, man. But so Temple did his full prediction, and I'll do mine. Temple told me that it was going to be the Chiefs in Philly in the Super Bowl, and he had the Chiefs winning it all.
Okay.
So I actually go by I if I'll go by my seeding. So Philly would have a first round bye, so it'd be the no Vikings because I think the Vikings going to be so it'd be Philly and the 49ers. Ooh gosh, that
Yeah. About that. Yeah.
that'd be tough. I go Philly in a close. So then I'd have I have Tampa as the third seed, so it'd be against Dallas. I'd have us winning against Dallas again in a close one. And then Seattle and the Giants. Ooh, Seattle will be at home, and I trust that. I trust them playing at home and everything way better than the Giants going on the road. So that would be Seattle beating the Giants. So I don't know how that matchup would be. Fuck. I'm not going through all that because the scenario is going to be crazy. So might call me crazy. I might be biased, but I could see Tampa going to the Super Bowl again. But realistically, I'm actually going to go Vikings to go to the Super Bowl. So I'll go Vikings in the NFC. AFC, I'm not going to go through all of it, but you know what? I'm probably going to have a Super Bowl prediction that not a lot of people going to say, but I go Vikings and the Dolphins in the Super Bowl. I believe in Tyreek Waddle with Tua there. Tua's getting
It,
better.
it's just the Vikings one. That's what I laughed at. I could see the Dolphins
And
going.
you laughing at him, but who's going to stop Justin Jefferson? No one stopped him really.
I mean, that is true, but they played two playoff teams, and they played in one of those playoff teams. They played a third string quarterback in the Dolphins, and they still barely beat them. They've only beat one playoff team, and they played three playoff teams. They got smacked by Philly. They beat Miami without Tua. They were on their third string quarterback, and they barely won that. That was on my birthday. And then they just played Buffalo. They beat Buffalo. That was a good win for them. It was impossible, but they did it.
Well, we've seen crazy things happen when it comes to Minnesota. I don't want to mention it.
Saints, but that's it.
I don't want to mention it, but the miracle, what do they call it? The miracle of the Saints somehow they're in prevent basically. Uh, never mind. Let me not talk about it. But yeah, I go Vikings and Dolphins. I wouldn't be surprised if Vikings wasn't in there because I think the NFC is pretty solid with all these teams that I got in the playoffs, minus the Cowboys and Giants. For me, I could see the other five making a run to the Super Bowl, but that's just me. Um, so I go Vikings and Dolphins, and I go with the Dolphins winning it all.
Dang.
I wouldn't be surprised if the Dolphins made a run and made it all because Tyreek is crazy. I don't care what that man Tyreek's crazy. Waddle's just he Waddle's so young and everything, but he's already good. That defense keeping it up at least a little bit. I mean, they only need like a couple stops a game at most of the time.
And they should be getting some of their secondary back. So
So
they
yeah,
they've
that
had
was
any side of the ball.
predictions. I'd say I go Dolphins to win it all at this very moment. Just because a lot of people are going to probably be high on the Chiefs, especially Philly, probably Bills also. But I think it'll be a team that no one probably expects to actually win it all, like actually do it. So I'll go Dolphins over the Vikings.
That's pretty good. That's pretty good.
But I wish you could do yours, but hey, it's
I'm
hard.
not because I like my team's not in the playoffs, and I have them there, so I have to think of the who they would have to go against. I don't know.
Well, look, I mean, you could just say who you think's going to do it now, and then when the playoffs comes, we can do a whole different thing of who we think's going to win.
All right. Well, I know Green Bay's going to make it, but I guess I'll just save theirs. I'll just do it as of now. Who's in it? I'll take I guess I'll take Philly and the the Dolphins.
Who do you have winning right now?
For sure the Dolphins, but I don't know. See, I don't want to pick Philly just because I don't think they. I feel like they would slip up, but I just don't see who that would be against in the NFC right now.
I'm gonna be honest with you. They could slip up the first playoff game they play. I wouldn't be surprised, just because it's a one and done situation. It's not regular season or anything. One and done. Pressure going to be on to you, and look, you going to roll your eyes or whatever. But if Tom Brady gets it rolling, a Tom Brady team with a defense that actually shows up, that team could go far too. I don't expect to see. I don't expect us to go far, but just because of the inconsistency they've done. But we were inconsistent the year we won the Super Bowl. We just happened to be lucky and win games. So we
I
did
don't know about that. The offense was a lot better, and the defense was still
the,
good.
they were better in general, but this time of the year is when we weren't clicking until week 13 overall in our Super Bowl year, or week at least week maybe it went in week 11 or week 12, but it was close to week 13 is when they actually started clicking.
I
So,
don't know because y'all. I mean, the only games I remember y'all struggling with was against the Rams, and
no, we didn't look good overall that year either. For the most part, we really didn't.
man, you gonna have to look at y'all's record going.
Well, no. I'm not talking about record wise. I'm talking about playing wise overall. Like we had a better record, yes, but like playing wise, we did not look that good. Like that record that we had that year, we probably should have lost a couple of games more, honestly, because we didn't play well.
And y'all ain't playing well now.
Oh, we playing a lot better the last 2 weeks.
And it hasn't been great. It's not. It's been better than what y'all have played this season. It's not been.
That's
It
exactly.
it hasn't been great. It hasn't been good. Like even last week's win, it was a good win, but it wasn't like man. Maybe I'm.
Hey, last week's win was a good win. I don't care what you say. Seattle, tough team.
Oh, y'all played Seattle. See, I thought y'all know who did y'all play the week before? The Rams. That's what. That's. I was thinking y'all played them
Yeah,
last.
you love just let's play man to man on Cooper Cup and let him be wide open. If we don't allow that wide open touchdown, it's not even a close game. We don't even have to do a game winning touchdown to win. I mean, literally, if you defend the best wide receiver on their team that he only likes to throw to, it's not even that close of a game.
Right. Right.
But hey, you top a couple of wins. That's all the momentum you need. Hey, and not to mention it, but hey, he is 2-0 after all that divorce stuff. So hey, he might be back.
I don't. People can believe that all they want. I don't think that was the reason why. But
I I think that had to be a majority of the reason why. Also, the play calling has sucked. The play calling it still sucks because he had Tom Brady out there trying to catch a pass.
exactly, like stuff like that. That doesn't have. That has nothing to do with the divorce. And then a lot of these wide receivers just not being on the level that they should have been and what they have been doing the last few years or since Thomas came back. I mean, sure, like that. Sure, the divorce has played a part in his play, but for the receivers and the inconsistencies, that's just.
Well, I think it could still spread to the team overall.
Married to her?
No, but his mood can spread around. Like he's supposed to be the leader, so if he's not all the way there, which he definitely couldn't have been all the way there with that going on. I know that. That's what I'm saying. Like, man, you just never know.
Right. Okay. Crazy man.
That could have spread to the team at least. I honestly believe that too because he's the leader. If his mood is, we're here in practice, blah blah blah, and he's dealing with something, he's probably not going to be there all the way. So that's going to make other people be like, it's just practice, or hey, we got a game. Oh, we lost. That's basically what it seemed like. They,
You funny man.
I'm just saying, but overall, I could see him making a run just because it's Tom Brady, and if that defense they've been playing decently last few weeks overall, but play good against the Seattle team that they gave up yards, but they didn't give up a lot of points. And Seattle been putting up points too, so I'm proud of the defense for
They're
that.
probably in the 20s. So
Huh?
I said their average, like Seattle's scoring is probably in the 20s. I'm pretty sure.
I don't know. They put up a lot of points a lot of times.
No, that's what I'm saying in the 20s. Like,
Oh yeah, yeah. I for some reason, but hey, we held them under 20, under 21 actually. So, but been playoff predictions, week 11 predictions. After I end this, it'll just disappear and everything. So you won't see me after this. That's what I'm trying to say.
wow.
You want to get on?
Oh, I've been on all day.
Man, I'm trying to get on.
Yeah, right.
Ultimate team. Hey, I got newer people on my team.
Oh, I have a newer piece too. Trust me.
Oh, I got pieces, newer pieces.
Pieces too. Pieces like Reese's. Man, stop.
Oh my god! Talk about that. We got some M&M peanut butter eggs that taste like Reese's over here. They really do. I'm not gonna lie to you. They actually do,
I don't like peanut butter M&Ms.
brother. They are like Reese's. I swear.
They try to be like, but they can never be.
I'm telling you, they actually are. You don't want to believe me, but I'm telling you, I would not lie to you. But all right, I'm getting on right after this, so hopefully you ready.
Oh yeah.
All right, so hope you guys enjoy, and peace out, y'all.